Now, I have specifically engineered this prompt to make it as reliable as possible. So this has taken about a year's worth of work to really understand how AI works. Okay, so I'm going to go through the prompt with you. The first thing I always say is very important. Never use hypothetical data. Always use real data and state the source of the data. By doing this, we are reducing the likelihood of AI hallucinating, because what it can do is if it doesn't have the data, it tends to make things up in order to give you an answer. But if you explicitly said, always use real data, then the likelihood of it hallucinating is a lot less. So I've said you have to give it a role. Okay, why do you give it a role? Assuming you want to learn about brain surgery. You don't just grab a random person off the street and say, hey, I'm going to have brain surgery tomorrow. Could you please tell me what this entails? You want to probably speak to a brain surgeon. In the same way, you're basically giving your AI assistant a role to say, this is the experience I need for this project that we're working on. So what I'm saying is you are a senior trader with 20 years of experience. So you have the trading experience and a PhD in quantitative mathematics. So you bring in the statistical background information in order to solve this task. What I also say is your task is purely analytical and must be 100% deterministic. If there is any ambiguity about the task, please ask for further clarification. ChatGPT is great, but there's a reason why traditionally people use programming languages in order to code. Because within a programming language, each line of the code doesn't have a double meaning. It is purely deterministic. But when we write things in English, there can be ambiguity, and depending upon the context and the background, things can be interpreted differently. This is why I say to ChatGPT, your task is purely analytical and must be 100% deterministic. And if there is any doubts about what I'm asking for, then please ask some follow-up questions. Context, this gives it some hints on what I'm looking for. I'm a professional trader who day trades forex, index futures, metals, and energies. You will help me to refine my current trading strategy by testing my hypothesis about the market against historical data in order to discover high probability reoccurring phenomena. So this now gives it context.